Hey guys, welcome back to the playthrough of Catherine with Max. Obviously, you probably don't care, which is fine. I don't really care either. So, first note, in the famous words of General Akbar, to not sleep with strange women in the bar that you just met, no matter how alluring they are, because it can get you in some shit ton of trouble, as you can see from Vincent's predicament. Anyway, in the game, the most important part of this, obviously, not my relationship advice, we are now in the Stray Sheep, and for some reason, we've switched into this nice free roam mode where you can just actually look around the bar, soak in the atmosphere, eat peanuts, talk to people that you don't know, possibly even vomit in a urinal. Hopefully not, but once again, there is an alcohol meter on the side, so let's find out if that's even possible.
Seriously, okay, man? They say men who cheat get cursed.
Curse? That's so stupid I can't even laugh at it.
The timing's too good. Still, I can't believe you cheated. But if she's that cute a girl, maybe it's a lucky accident, huh? What am I supposed to do? Well, good luck keeping it a secret. Better beg for her forgiveness.
This isn't something forgivable.
Well, she's a bit cold, but Catherine's a good girl.
You don't have to tell me that.
That thing about men who cheat being cursed? Apparently it's related to those mysterious deaths.
You mean, like how Paul died?
Yeah. Word is, this is getting called the woman's wrath.
Sounds like something Erica would like to have.
Hey, Paul's been here a few times, right?
Yeah. He was a classmate of ours back in high school. I ran into him just the other day.
Seriously? How was he?
We just traded greetings, but he looked fine. Maybe I should have paid more attention.
Hey, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, so that was kind of creepy. But
Maybe
let's
if I
talk to him.
talked to Paul more, this wouldn't have happened.
While you're in
You
the
got
bar,
mail.
you will sometimes receive text messages on your phone. Push the triangle button to look at your phone.
Alright, what do you have to say, Toby?
You and
Probably
Catherine have been together a long
nothing
time,
useful.
right? What was it like in the beginning? I just want to know for reference.
It wasn't anything special.
It was at the reunion.
He was giving her dating advice. Then he ended up falling for her himself, right?
We ran to her side in the middle of the night when she was depressed, after all.
Hey, stop that.
Stand-up guy like that turns out to be a cheater.
Seriously.
I don't think that's anything to be embarrassed
You're
about.
actually really sensitive, aren't you? You don't look it.
Yeah, shut up.
Alright,
You got mail.
so text message time. Wonder what's going to happen. Oh, congratulations to me. Alright, so we have some new awards now. I believe it's for clearing the second stage. Nothing like video games to make you feel better about your life and your decisions. Seemingly cold.
No. Nah. No. Nah. No.
Don't touch my stuff. Just bad timing, I guess.
Nah. No. Nah.
Hmm.
No. Nah. No. Nah. No. Nah. No.
once again, be honest. I have no clue what I'm doing at this point. I mean, they could all have different outcomes. But I really don't know how I feel about the situation. Anyway, apparently there is another portion to this menu that I'm trying to find. I can apparently drink. Don't know what button it is though.
Maybe if I talked to Paul more.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, well, let's just get out from the bar real quick. Obviously, I'm a bit slouchy. Well, why don't we tuck these pair of beauties? Let's look at middle-aged women.
Lindsay? Would you like to speak to Martha?
Oh, sorry for staring.
Please sit. Have you ever heard this story before? The man who climbs the highest mountain gets his every wish granted.
What's that?
It said a man climbed that mountain 300 years ago and was given a fortune. It said a man climbed that mountain 700 years ago and was given the world. A man who climbs the mountain now will be given his future to do with as he pleases.
Is this a fairy tale or something?
These are true stories. The story of Rapunzel is based on this true story. A prince who was able to climb a very tall tower gained his princess. Now, what will you gain?
Huh?
Will you become the man of legends?
Well, thanks a lot,
You
creepy broads.
I wonder if Mr. Morgan is coming tonight. I wonder if I can see Mr. Morgan tomorrow.
Who is Mr. Morgan? Oh, and it looks like I have a phone. But I am going to check my mail in front of these nice old ladies. Is this reaching you?
No. Nah.
Well, I obviously know from the voice who this is.
No.
How did she get my number?
No. Nah. No. Nah. No.
Pix Nao Plz. Well, I guess this is a Japanese game after all.
Nah. No. Nah. No. Nah. No.
So there's that. There's really no reason to be a giant jerk. But I have no clue what to do. Because I have never been in this situation before, and I'm sure it's nerve-wracking because I am feeling nerve-wracked. But I'm gonna. But obviously something is on her mind.
No. Nah. No.
Well, good night, Catherine. Let's see what the passage time is. Alright, cool. So apparently any time that I am standing up, drinking, checking your phone, playing the arcade machine, and using the jukebox, the time does not pass. They don't explain why. That's just the way that it is. But it's a video game, use your imagination. If you can't and have a problem with it, then do not complain to me, because I don't care. Up.
That's Catherine.
Let's pick it up. See what she says.
Hello? It's me.
What's wrong? Is it about what you said in your text?
Yeah, I think saying it over the phone would be the same thing.
Okay, so?
Well,
Catherine?
It's okay. I think I should tell you face to face.
Huh?
Come see me tomorrow, okay? Good night.
Oh, jeez. Obviously, that can't mean anything good. Let's use the ATM for fun.
Just changed jobs. I don't have any cash. I can't marry her like this. Fuck.
Well, that was actually more enlightening than just actually getting money out. Not to mention a little depressing. But there will be a lot of moments like that, I'm sure. Oh, man with
Talk to
glasses.
other customers. They may talk to you about their worries.
Well, isn't that a
Encourage them from time to time.
coincidence?
No new leads today either. No new leads today either.
So, obviously, he looks awfully familiar. I wonder where I saw him from. That's sarcasm. You know exactly where you saw him from.
Listen, Archie, you've got to become a better man.
I don't know how you're ranking it, but I'm not desperate to climb the social ladder.
Men are only acknowledged by their upward mobility. Don't be a tumbleweed. Be like ivy, always climbing.
Indeed. Keep on climbing, my friend.
Still, you're cheating? That's big news. Don't you care about Catherine?
Of course, but I feel like I wasn't even involved with it.
Well, you were. I hate to be so confrontational, but geez. Men who cheat are cursed. If that rumor is real, what are you gonna do?
Nothing, because it's not real.
What about the climbing and the sheep and the giant dismembered hands?
This customer is a journalist. He seems to be obsessing over a certain legend lately.
A legend.
I was originally looking into these suspicious deaths that have been happening lately. I'm Justin, by the way. Have I met you somewhere before?
Think of it.
I'm sure I've seen you before. Oh, sorry. We were talking about the legend. Anyway, in my research, I found records indicating that similar cases occurred in 100-year cycles. Many men died last time as well. It's the truth.
Wow. Every 100 years, huh?
I found a strange variation on this legend going around too. There's a man who survives it.
Survives the dreams.
Very, very rarely, there's a man who is cursed but doesn't die. Isn't that interesting? It's said that the survivor is granted one wish. If he wished for eternal youth, he might still be around.
It's like a magic lamp. Well, if this is what you're coming up with, you have a wish in mind for yourself? To live forever? Not too typical?
Me? I'd wish for something different.
Like what?
I may wish to change the past and make someone kill me.
Oh, I wonder what I'd wish for.
And let me introduce you. This is Todd, and this is Archie.
Haha,
You
totally
wanna wait home from
dismissed.
the office? Or not? You're not wearing a suit.
Suit? Oh, I don't have that kind of job.
That's a shame. You're not one of our customers then.
What do you mean?
We make business suits. Haven't you ever heard of Bantam suits?
Have you heard the jingle? You'll be the cock of a walk in a bantam.
Oh, you're from Catherine's company.
Hey, I think I've heard your voice before.
Huh?
Have we met?
Think of it. But I don't remember anything.
Todd's a hard guy to forget. His hair looks like a rooster, doesn't it?
That's enough cockadoodlery out of you.
Oh,
Wow, you're sharp.
Huh. Well, my speculation number one is that it's the bartender. He's the guy who is going to live forever and has lived forever because 100 years ago, he's the one that actually survived. But that's speculation because he's wearing shades. Really, that's the only thing I'm basing it on. I know, stupid. Let's drink. Oh, am I
When you
obvious?
drink, you can raise your intoxication level up to 3 times. How drunk Vincent gets corresponds to how fast he moves that night in his nightmare.
Interesting. So the more I drink, the slower that I move. but then I don't really see the advantage of taking a drink. But just for the sake of exploration, I am going to raise my intoxication level to like 5 if possible.
Never cheated in my life before.
Alright, so it just opens up dialogue. Interesting.
I like
Well,
my women like I like my blankets. Replaced by a maid every morning.
What on earth are you talking about?
Time will slowly pass each time you sit and talk to people. Have fun with the other bar patrons. Over time, the people and the conversation topics will change. You can go home at any time from the door in the front.
oh, interesting. Alright, so there's nothing to do. Let's drink some more. There you go.
I know this is sudden, but here's some trivia for you, as you seem to have finished your glass. The name Rum and Cola is actually a nickname. Do you know the real name of this drink? It's called the Cuba Libre. The rum called for in this drink represents Cuba. This is a cocktail which mixed the national specialties of Cuba and the United States as a celebration of Cuba's independence. Cuba Libre means free Cuba. It tastes differently when you know the history. And that was the cocktail trivia for tonight.
Empty already?
What would you like now?
Wow, that was actually really cool. They just gave me bar trivia, and apparently a Cuba Libre is a rum and coke, which is my favorite drink. So now I have things to say at a bar in case I am going through some crazy nightmare world. But I think I'm going to drink a whiskey next.
Whiskey.
Coming right up.
This probably might be the biggest mistake I make, but I'm going to try anyway just because I don't know what to expect.
Cheating, huh? It's not like I can just apologize for it and everything will be fine. Really make Catherine happy?
I know this is sudden, but here's some trivia about whiskey, now that you've emptied your glass. Do you know what malt means? It can often be seen on alcohol labels. Malt refers to malted barley, a key ingredient. Yet, if it is labeled as malt whiskey, it must also be Scotch. Single malt means that the malts used come from the same distillery. Malt whiskey can vary wildly in taste, depending on how it's made. So there are many different brands. And that was the trivia for tonight.
Empty already?
Are you all right?
So this is why I love Atlas games. There's just this level of depth that you don't really get in any game. And the fact that I am drunkenly running around in a bar is very nostalgic. And by nostalgic, I mean it happened like yesterday. Anyway, let's go see other stuff. There are no new bar customers here right now, so there's no one new to talk to. Oh, but it looks like Erica has new
I think
dialogue.
Catherine started dating you because she just couldn't leave you alone. You're stupid in all the right ways. It tickled her maternal instincts. A dominant, independent personality like hers is usually attracted to minds like yours.
Is that the way it is?
I'm not sure that's actual real advice.
Men who cheat are cursed. If that rumor is real, what are you gonna do?
Nothing, because it's not real.
But at the same time, it could totally be true. I can see that happening.
Use the jukebox to change the background music in the bar. Acquiring trophies will earn you more songs. Try doing lots of challenging things to earn them.
So I'm actually glad that trophies do something in this game. Another reason that I like Atlas games, because they take into considerations of useless trophies and achievements that, while in my opinion are completely useless, might not be to you. But now you know how I feel. But let's go look for a fun little song. I'm not really a person that likes, you know, jukeboxes and stuff like that. I don't
Have you played that
particularly care
Rapunzel
about it.
game over there? Some stages are supposed to be impossible, but they're a cinch if you've got technique. I think I'm pretty good at coming up with techniques.
So, that was obviously a very obvious foreshadowing of talk to the guy to get more techniques when you're a sheep. I don't really know what the restroom does, and I'm obviously pretty drunk. So, at this point, I pretty much decided that I'm going to do a good run through and a bad run through just to see the difference between the game, so that way you are informed with every situation that could possibly happen in this game. And I think that's the best justice that I could do for it. But at that point, we are going to play Rapunzel. I'm going to end this video because it's getting a bit long, but the next video will be me playing Rapunzel, which is pretty much just the game in 8-bit form. And you know how video games love to do that. So I will see you in the next video.